Most people trying to lose belly fat are targeting the wrong type entirely. 1 in 3 adults over 45 carries dangerous levels of visceral fat without knowing it. Everything in this video is for educational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional medical advice. Unlike subcutaneous fat under your skin, visceral fat wraps around your vital organs. High visceral fat dramatically raises your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even dementia. But the science now reveals a precise, proven pathway to shrink visceral fat faster than most people expect. Visceral fat lives deep inside your abdominal cavity, completely invisible from the outside. This fat is metabolically active, meaning it releases harmful inflammatory chemicals directly into your bloodstream.
You can't feel it, you can't see it, and a standard scale will never detect it.
A landmark study in the New England Journal of Medicine tracked visceral fat in over 6,000 adults across 12 years. One early warning sign is a waist circumference over 35 inches in women or 40 inches in men. You can appear lean at a healthy weight and still carry life-threatening levels of visceral fat. Chronic fatigue, brain fog, and persistent inflammation are common but overlooked signs of excess visceral fat. The most accurate measurement is a DEXA scan or abdominal CT, though your doctor can screen with a simple waist measurement. Insulin resistance is the single most powerful driver of visceral fat accumulation in adults over 40. Elevated cortisol, your body's primary stress hormone, directly signals fat cells to store in the visceral region. Sleeping fewer than 6 hours per night accelerates visceral fat accumulation at a measurable clinical rate. The good news is that visceral fat responds to intervention faster than any other fat deposit in the body. Before making any changes to your diet, supplements, or health routine, always consult with your personal physician. Science now gives us 5 specific, clinically validated strategies that target visceral fat directly. Each of these steps works by addressing a specific biological mechanism that drives visceral fat storage. Step 1 is Zone 2 cardio, low-intensity aerobic exercise that burns fat while preserving muscle tissue. Zone 2 means exercising at a pace where you can still hold a conversation but feel a light burn. Research confirms that 150 to 180 minutes of Zone 2 cardio weekly produces measurable visceral fat reduction in 8 weeks. Step 2 is resistance training, which builds metabolically active muscle that burns visceral fat around the clock. Just 2 to 3 strength sessions per week, targeting large muscle groups, produces significant metabolic results. Step 3 targets the dietary drivers of insulin resistance, the root biological cause of visceral fat storage. Every refined carbohydrate spike triggers an insulin surge that directly commands your body to store visceral fat. Prioritize omega-3 rich fish, leafy greens, berries, nuts, and olive oil, all clinically proven to reduce visceral fat. Step 4 is managing cortisol, because chronic stress is actively storing fat around your organs right now. Reviewed 41 clinical trials and confirmed that combined cardio and strength training reduces visceral fat by up to 28%. A 2022 meta-analysis in JAMA reviewed 41 clinical trials on exercise and visceral fat reduction. Step 5 is sleep optimization. 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep resets the hormonal environment that drives fat storage. Within just 2 weeks of starting this protocol, your cortisol levels and insulin sensitivity will begin improving. Time-restricted eating, limiting your eating window to 8 to 10 hours, amplifies the fat-burning effect significantly. Save this screen. These 5 steps form a complete, science-backed protocol you can start this week. But before you begin, there are 5 common mistakes that actively accelerate visceral fat, and you need to know them. Keep in mind that individual results vary, and what works for one person may not be appropriate for another. Chronic high-intensity cardio without adequate recovery actually elevates cortisol and worsens visceral fat accumulation. Low-fat packaged foods are typically loaded with added sugar, which directly drives insulin resistance and visceral fat. Even moderate alcohol consumption has been shown in multiple studies to significantly increase visceral fat deposits. No amount of crunches will reduce visceral fat. There is no such thing as spot reduction, and the science is clear. These 3 myths are still circulating in mainstream fitness, and they're quietly keeping millions of people stuck. No supplement has ever been proven in rigorous clinical trials to independently reduce visceral fat without lifestyle change. The path forward is simpler than the supplement industry wants you to believe, and the evidence is firmly on your side. You now have what most people never get: a precise, evidence-based roadmap to address the root cause. Remember that visceral fat responds faster to targeted intervention than any other fat in the body. The combination of exercise, dietary reset, and sleep optimization creates a compounding effect more powerful than any single approach. Pause this video right now and save this complete plan. It's the clearest summary you'll find anywhere. Every single person who reduces their visceral fat started with the same first step, deciding to understand what it actually is. This week, commit to 3 30-minute Zone 2 walks and eliminate one daily source of refined carbohydrates. If this video gave you clarity, subscribe now. We publish new evidence-based health content every week. This content is for educational purposes only. Always consult your qualified healthcare provider before making any health changes.